time they played the Jazz, they used it only maybe 2 or 3 times, but it did produce 2 turnovers last time. So they went back to it, took a look at it that time.
3 straight turnovers, 2 by the Clippers. Make it now 4 straight turnovers. Powell centers it to Wall. Lobs it back to Powell, makes the grab, counted and a foul. Make it now 4 straight turnovers. Powell centers it to Wall. Lobs it back to Powell, makes the grab, counted and a foul. Norman Powell soaring over California. 3-point line, as we saw Saturday against the San Antonio Spurs. That same spirit is still here for the Clippers. Wasn't much of a dispute by Kessler as Norman Powell dusts himself off and goes to the free throw line. .com today.
You know, Brian, when you lose a player of the magnitude that Paul George is.
Prolific point guard. He's as good of a hand and mind on the floor as there is. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. Expert analysis brought to you by Cedars-Sinai. Powell down the lane, keeps it above his head, floats it up and floats it in. Norman Powell now with 7 off the bench. Leonard getting the start here in the second quarter. He had 2 points in that first frame. Draws a crowd. Good ball movement. Powell open for 3. Lets it fly. Yes, sir. Norman Powell with 10 points in 5 minutes. Leonard from the wing. Spins into a double team. Maybe got away with a double dribble. Fades, fires, leaves it short. And Vanderbilt has the rebound. Clippers still shooting 58% from the field. Sexton, clever move. Versus inside. No, rebound tapped up, but not in by Markkanen. Leonard has it.
But his shooting ability from the perimeter.
Olynyk inside. Tough turnaround. It's short. Powell with the rebound for the Clippers. Kind of forgot about Colin Sexton, understandably so last year with the injury, but he has been phenomenal for Utah. Powell inside, hangs, absorbs the contact, and lays it in. 12 for Norman Powell. Powell for 3. It's gone again for Norman Powell. His second, 15 off the bench. Cuts the lead down to 14. He has a team-high 12. Turnover. Markkanen back the other way, but can't get the ball. Clarkson. Transition 3. I mentioned it earlier, the greenest of green lights. It's because he can do that. Powell comes away with the rebound. Pass intercepted by Clarkson. Plenty of time for Markkanen. Fontecchio, the transition 3. It is short. And that will do it. The Clippers do pick up one of the shots on goal. Why? There's another turnover. The 7th on Wall. Horton Tucker for the lead. Counted and a foul. Confusion here, not the same pace in the half court that we have seen. Powell down the lane, the floater is good. He remains hot. Norman Powell is 6 of 8. He has 17 off the bench.
He lost size on that attempt. That's how it got blocked.
Utah matches their largest lead. It's short-lived as Norman Powell continues to smolder. He has 19. That same spirit that we were talking about in the first 24 minutes, not there right now. Powell delivers again, 21 off the bench.
Keeps curling off the...
Flirting with the defense of Clarkson. It's the screen from Zoo, turns the corner, rises from 16. The shot is long. No, control tap by Coffey. Clippers reload. Powell spins into the paint, wrap around to Batum underneath and lays it in. What a great possession for the Clippers.
Their hands full right here with this Utah team, and that guy right there is pretty darn good.
Dismissed by Powell. Here comes Leonard, bounces ahead to Coffey, to the rim, tied up by Horton Tucker.
For the Jazz, guys.
Clippers down by 2. Thank you, Christina. Powell sheds his defender, down the lane, hang. Batum sinks his talons into it. Powell for 3. Yes, sir! Norman Powell will go to the free throw line here for the Clippers. An interesting statistic from John Schumann, who covers the NBA on NBA.com and does just an incredible job. 91% of the time. Right now, Utah 12-6. 3 wins this year when trailing by 2 or more possessions in the fourth quarter. Reverse layup for Norman Powell. 28 for Powell. Clippers by 10. 8 to shoot. The crowd in the background stands as one. Powell accelerates down the lane, off the window, no. Rebound Beasley. Markkanen. Picked up by Coffey surveys the scene, a whistle and a foul. It'll be free throws for Utah. But what the Clippers did get, Norman Powell, big time off the bench. Another great game for him. And Reggie Jackson continues to smolder. But the spirit that we saw against San Antonio on Saturday carried over here tonight.
I think the 22